I believe your mind can set you free. What does this mean? It means that I believe in being mentally strong, in being able to cope with unfortunate situations without the need of substance abuse or mental breakdown. I believe that if people know how to become mentally strong, they can live better lives, and is the reason why I am sharing this today. Throughout the past year, I have witnessed my family start to crumble and break slowly. First, my older brother Jose. Recently, he was caught driving with a suspended license and with methamphetamine in the vehicle. This tagged along with a couple failures to appear in court and a few violations of probation due to failed drug tests, accumulated to 6 years in prison. This was 2 months ago, and already he has been in a fight and was recently beat by 3 members of his cell for not giving them the food he had bought. He has declined all of our visits so far for fear that we will worry more about him if we saw the current state of his condition. I don't talk about my brother much. I'm not like my mother or sisters who do nothing but complain about how unjust his sentence was. I do not spend sleepless nights crying and praying, nor do I spend my time attempting to buy the pity of others, because I do not need to prove to anybody anything that I can't prove to myself. Although my lack of these sympathetic emotions that plague my family has convinced them that I also lack empathy for my brother. Throughout the last year, I have noticed my parents talking to each other less, yet augmenting the intensity of their arguments. These arguments became more constant as time wore on. Then it happened. After being married for over 25 years, they got a divorce, which makes you wonder if time does kill all. Currently, my father, who is a 52-year-old diabetic, is living in an empty trailer with no power in an orchard he owns, because his emotions and pride have rendered him blind and forced him into this unfortunate state. I have seen my mother exhausted by stress and sleepless nights. I have seen my brother use meth in an attempt to escape the nightmare he has created for himself. I have seen my father live like an animal and pick up a couple bad habits on the way. I have seen my family shaken to its very core. Only a few months ago, I could honestly say I have never seen my brother and father cry. But I am saddened to say that no longer holds true. And yet throughout all this, I have never turned to a higher power that is all-powerful and all-knowing, yet proves its absence in a time of need. I do not turn to drug abuse and make the lame excuse I use marijuana or alcohol because my life is so hard that I have heard time and time again from so many people I have met. And no, I do not need people's pity to propel me forward in life like so many people seem to not be able to live without. I do not do these things because my mind is set not to, because I am strong enough to tell myself the truth. Either way, whether I cry or not, my brother will still be in prison, my parents will still be divorced, and my family still torn apart. So the best thing to do is remain mentally strong and push forward. This I believe.